right, we're rolling.
Okay.
And
So today,
From the Fernando and Freddy show.
Why isn't my name first?
welcome back to another episode of Reddit on Reddit.
Readit On
I'm
Reddit.
Fernando.
and I'm Freddy.
All right, so prisoners of Reddit that serve long sentences. What's the biggest culture shock to you once you were released? All right, so first day I went out to McDonald's and they changed the soda fountains to touch screen and let you add flavors and stuff. It blew my mind. This one says,
kinda cool.
LOL, my husband's first time in America. He's French. He went to McDonald's and ordered a large Coke. They gave him an empty cup. He looked at the cashier and said, I think you forgot something, my drink. And she directed him to the soda fountain. He probably felt stupid, but then again, the French don't need unlimited soda refills, or apparently ice.
Did she write that? Apparently,
No, I added that.
I was gonna say because they're pretty. Can I tell you, when me and my American friends meet up, or my Mexican friends, we always bring ice to whatever event we're going to. No, like literally, like it's a legitimate thing. It's like, do I need to bring anything? Yes, ice.
For your milk.
For my beer. My beer. I need ice in my beer. Yeah, for my microbrew.
Okay, here's the next one. Never in prison, but my friend Donna looked at me as if I were a sorcerer because I paused live television with my DVR.
I miss a DVR here.
I don't have one. I don't even have cable. We just watch just the like Netflix, Hulu, like stuff that already happened, YouTube.
I was just saying, actually, yeah, that's true because that's all I do too. But sometimes when I'm watching TV, because it's in a different language, I want to pause the television just so I can. You know what I mean? Just so I can wait. I didn't catch that. What did they say? Because sometimes they give.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, we don't even do live TV. Like that's not a thing like that we do here. Like, I mean, in America, yes, we have live TV, but like here at home, we don't have live TV. Like we don't even have like a cable that plugs into the TV or an antenna. Like it's legit, like all past stuff. Like some like live stuff on YouTube, like the news and stuff. But other than that, it's everything we watch is past.
Oh, you're right. Because I was thinking the only thing I ever watch live is award shows, like the big ones. Then I'm like, I watch that, but it's the time difference.
Listen to this one. So my parents had a DVR for 15 or more years before they found out that you can pause and rewind. Imagine how they felt. They're like, oh my gosh, you can actually hit pause. Okay. So I once convinced a girl that I could fast forward live TV. That one wasn't very funny, huh? You can't fast forward live TV. It has to be previously recorded and then fast forwarded it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So
you tricked me. You won. Because I really was like, is that normal? Yeah. But when you think live, I'm thinking of like the DVR live, like if you pause it really quick.
I only did a few years, but I remember trying to explain to someone what YouTube was. He came over and asked me, this was in 2013, and he was locked up in 1998. I explained how he can watch old live concerts people had recorded decades ago, or how he can go behind the scenes with different famous people, to the documentaries, and talked about self-help videos for basically everything. The more I explained it to him, the more I realized how crazy it is. And wait, the more I explained it to him, the more I realized just how crazy it exists. Which is true. I mean, like YouTube is amazing, but there's like so many different like features and different things on there that like, wow, okay, like right now, this video that you and I are making is going onto YouTube, and who would have thought?
Well, I was gonna say, what is more amazing, YouTube or Google, though?
I mean, both. Isn't it the same platform?
Because I remember, well, it is the same platform, but I remember explaining to my grandma. She's like, she didn't understand how Google worked, and she's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "You can ask it a question to get an answer." And she's like, I type in a question and it'll give me an answer. I'm like, yeah, you could literally type in anything that you can think of in a question form, and you will get an answer. And she's just like, wow. I'm like, yeah, literally. You can be like,
One
why
plus
is
one.
Taco
Two.
Tuesday Taco Tuesday? Yeah, you can even type in math formulas as well because tacos are magical.
They're magical. Hey, so Freddy,
Yeah.
this guy got out of prison, and I told him the story. This scientist turned himself into a pickle. Funniest crap I've ever seen. Rick, that man's great.
Pickle Rick.
I don't know. I've never seen that show, but I imagine it's Rick and Morty, right?
You've never seen Rick and Morty? Are you
Mm-mm.
joking?
No, for reals.
What's
Like
wrong with you?
we were watching like some stuff on YouTube last night actually, and I saw like a little clip, but I'm not going to even say it right now. But yeah, so we were watching just like little clips and stuff, and there was a little clip from that show that was on there. I'll tell you after.
Well, I can't believe that you're not watching Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty. I
Really?
watch Rick and Morty practically every night.
The Legos, they used to be simple. Remember the big block Legos?
Oh yeah, the big ones for like the little kids. Yeah,
Like, yeah, but that's true too. Like Legos, they used to. I remember like being a kid. Like Legos were like fun to build things, and I kind of feel like they have progressively gotten more difficult.
that's the point. They were. I like the difficult ones.
I don't like Legos.
What's wrong with you?
Do they have Do they? So, question,
Why
side
did you have
note.
to do that?
So, in France, do they have soda fountain machines?
They do, but they're not refilled. It's illegal.
It's you can't do a refill.
Legitimately illegal. Yeah.
You can go to jail if you refill your soda.
Well, they outlawed it, so you could pay for another one, but you can't get unlimited drinks. No.
Is that for fat people? Like to
I,
keep obesity down?
yeah, that's their reasoning.
Huh. Well,
I know, and it's amazing because they don't even have a large drink. The large is literally the medium in the US.
really?
Yeah. And when you
Dang.
order like a supersized, it's literally the same thing. It's not any it's the same cup. Yeah, remember I showed you remember that time when we were talking and I like got a drink and you're like, "Why are you drinking out of a kid's cup?" And I was like, "That's a normal cup here." Do you remember?
So,
You're like,
when I go to a restaurant, and if it's kind of like maybe like a mom and pop type restaurant, or like a smaller restaurant, or something that it doesn't look like so chain, or I'll look around, I'll be like, where's that fountain soda machine? And if I'm going to order a soda and I don't see the machine, I'm literally going to ask. I'm going to be like, oh, are there refills? And I went to this Chinese restaurant in downtown, and I ordered, my food. Before I ordered my food, I went to order my drink, and I looked around, I'm like, ooh, I don't see it. And I asked him like, oh, are there refills on the soda? Oh no, can only. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, well, are there any drinks that have free refills? Iced tea, I'll take that, please.
"Why
So
do you need a refill though?"
because I'm gonna drink more than a can of soda, and I'm not gonna pay $2
Yeah.
for a can of soda. I'm sorry, not gonna happen.
You should see what I pay here. Sometimes, can I tell you the most expensive Coke I drank? Guess how much the
Do I
price
want to
was?
know? Am I scared to know, or
You'll be pissed.
was it more than $5?
Yeah.
Tell me.
In dollars, it was at the current rate right now, it was 25.
For one soda, like a can of soda?
It was the glass bottle one.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And can you imagine? I
Why?
didn't know it was that expensive because they didn't put
Oh,
it was one of those places where they didn't put they didn't have because like they do this in the US now too, is you order drinks, but you don't see a drinks list or price
oh
for
yeah.
sodas. So then you order it and you're like, you mean my soda's $5? But that's what's refills. So I can understand that at least, even though it's insanely expensive. But here, I can't it was a bottle, like yeah, a bottle of Coke, 0.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would say it was more than that actually, because the exchange rate at the time was really, really bad. It was like 190 to 1.
That is insane. Like that's
Yeah.
why I'll look at the menu, I'll look at prices, and I mean I'm super frugal. Like No,
Yeah.
I would if I saw that on there, I'd be like, oh, how much is that? Like sometimes, like if I add something, like for example, like if I'm like adding on, to say like guacamole, or like if I like want to get like a side of salsa, like at a Mexican restaurant, like pico de gallo, like just chopped up tomatoes, onions, and stuff like that, like chunky salsa. Like I love
Yeah.
that at a Mexican restaurant, like to get that with my chips. And I know a couple of restaurants that it's free, and I know sometimes they'll charge you for it. So like
Yeah.
if it's a new place that I haven't been to or I don't remember, like I'll ask. I'll be like, "Oh, can I get chunky salsa? But is there a charge for it or is it free? Oh, let me check." Or, "Oh, yeah, there's a charge. How much is the charge? Oh, I don't know. Can you find out for me?" I'm not just gonna order it because I've done that once and I'm looking for a thing, but they brought me like
The
if you
little
get like
ramekin.
yeah, a small little ramekin, and it was like $6, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I paid it, but that was one time that I wanted to argue it, but I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna argue it, whatever." But
Yeah.
it was just,
You
like,
didn't ask for the
unbelievable.
manager?
I should have, huh? But so from that like, yeah, from that point on, like, I always
Yeah.
ask, like and if I would have been in your situation, like, I would have been furious. Oh my gosh. Um,
Yeah, I was really furious because it was in Paris. It was with a someone it wasn't a good situation. Yeah, because she was that was a story I got to tell you later. But yeah, so because of her, I had to pay. So I mean, who pays that for a Coke of all things? It wasn't a cocktail.
could you
It was
imagine
just
if you would have been like, "I'll take another one, please," because you were still thirsty?
yeah, yeah. That really that was like an eye opener. I never went back to that place. It was the most expensive. But apparently, I read a story about in other countries like in Eastern Europe, like in I think it was Greece or Italy, where they're you go to like this place and you order food, and like when you're about to take the food to go, the guy asks you, "Oh, do you want a Coke?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then like while you're waiting for your food,
Uh-huh.
and then apparently it was something like insane, like $75 or euros.
Holy crap.
Yeah, like but and you have to pay it, but it was like an ongoing scam that they do. So ever since then, that $25 one, I was like, I'm like you now. Now I'm like, I'd rather, ironically, in France, it's cheaper to order the glass of wine than it is to order a soft drink.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I would go for that wine anyways.
yeah, but I mean, in most places in Europe, that's actually a cool thing you'll like. You can buy beer and wine in the fast food stores here. Like as part of the combo, you
Oh,
get one, but it's a really small
hmm.
one. It's like the little like the Coronet. You know how you get the little mini
Oh, yeah,
Coronas?
yeah, yeah.
It's like those. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably need a couple of those. So I was in Colombia, but I enjoy doing that too. Not like bringing all this stuff back with me, but like going shopping or like going into seeing what they have like in the markets. Um,
Mhm.
and one of the big things too, which is always different everywhere you go, is bottled water. And so I just kind of think that that's kind of fun too.
I have like a weird, crazy thing where I purposely will drink the tap water.
Really? You just want to see if you're gonna get sick?
Well, I've never been to a place where you couldn't drink it though, unfortunately.
Hello,
But
Mexico.
who told you that?
You cannot drink the water in Mexico.
Yes, you can drink the water in Mexico. Maybe not like if it's well water, but Mexico City, you could drink the water. Well, no, but I think it's because it's the same thing. Like when you're traveling around Africa. I mean, you look at the place. Like the one thing I did learn is you know is I have a wise friend who told me you don't eat things from a place that's not supposed to serve those things. Like you don't eat fish that isn't from a restaurant that specializes in fish. You don't eat chicken at a steakhouse.
I
Like
do.
those little tips, I know, but not when you're in certain countries. You don't do that because it's not smart.
Yeah, I
You
guess
know,
so.
Eh,
But
yeah, because
like at this
I've been sick a couple times. Like I lived.
I don't know, like I kind of thought it was funny too. Like if you go like to a restaurant, like say like you're in Arizona and they have like a fish house or something, it's like, where's this fish coming from? Like, they're importing it in from like the beach.
Yeah,
It's like sitting in a truck for a couple of days driving or something. I don't know.
Well, no, they fly it in usually. It's frozen.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, in a country like that, I mean, you don't have to, it's the US. You don't really have to worry so much. Mexico, I wouldn't worry about seafood because they have really rich waters with lots of fish. They have a really strong seafood culture. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. Speaking of which, oh, but you don't eat lobster.
Nope.
There's an amazing place in Rosarito where you can eat fried lobsters and beans and rice that I can't wait to go next time I'm back. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I
come
heard
with
that
me.
they have
You
a.
just won't eat there.
Maybe I'll go with. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Of course, you'll come with me, and you'll eat the chicken.
I'll eat the chicken. All right, you guys. If you learned anything, don't drink the water in Mexico. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Reddit on Reddit.
Don't drink the water, but eat the food. See you guys. Bye.
From the Fernando and Freddy show.
Why isn't my name first?